What is up, everybody? We are getting close to the end here with our 32 for 32. I am doing day 29, doing the Arizona Cardinals. Quick recap for the Arizona Cardinals on their 2024 season. They finished the year 8-9. Kyler Murray was their starting quarterback for the entire year. There has been rumors, just small rumors. I mean, I think maybe it's just my buddy kept saying that Kyler Murray is going to get traded. I don't think he's going to get traded. I think Cardinals are going to keep him. He's their best option at quarterback, and plus they're not in position to draft another franchise quarterback anyways. But he had almost 4,000 yards passing, 3,851 to be exact, 21 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. Decent year for them. James Conner is a bell cow. Ran for over 1,000 yards, had 8 touchdowns. Didn't have the same production he had in 2023, but he's still a very good running back down there in Arizona. Their leading receiver was Trey McBride, their tight end. He had 111 catches for 1,146 yards, only 2 touchdowns. You'd think he'd be targeted more in the red zone, but that just wasn't the case this past season. Still a top 5 tight end in the league already. One of their biggest disappointments of the year was rookie receiver Marvin Harrison Jr. He had a lot of hype coming into his rookie year, being drafted where he was selected at in the first round. Plus, he's got to live up to his dad. His dad was a great wide receiver for the Colts all those years. He had a down year, but rookie year, give him a pass for that. See how he can learn, develop, grow in his second year. Doesn't have that sophomore slump. Look for him to improve next season. I could see him as a top 15 guy maybe next year. He has the potential to be one of those top 5 receivers in the league with his talent. So keep an eye on Marvin Harrison Jr. He's going to be a good one, hopefully. Going into the free agent signings, the Cardinals signed a few key guys. The backup quarterback Jacoby Brissett signed to a 2-year deal worth $12.5 million with $8 million guaranteed. They re-signed Zay Jones, wide receiver, to a 1-year deal. They re-signed Kelvin Beachum to another 1-year deal. They re-signed Evan Brown to a 2-year deal worth $11.5 million. They re-signed Baron Browning. They re-signed a lot of guys. They didn't really lose too many of their guys who they were going to lose in free agency. Their biggest free agent signing, in my opinion, Josh Sweat. They signed to a 4-year deal worth $76.4 million, including $41 million guaranteed. So that was a huge signing for them. He's a really good edge rusher, gets to the quarterback, has a good amount of sacks, played very well for the Eagles last year on their way to a Super Bowl victory. That's really all I got for the free agent side of this offseason for the Cardinals. Let's look into the draft. They have the 16th overall pick in this year's first round draft. Their top 3 needs: edge rusher, which they did bolster with Josh Sweat. That was a huge signing for them. Their other 2 biggest needs: guard, O-line, and another pass catcher, wide receiver, they could also target in this year's draft. For the Cardinals in the first round at that 16th pick, I think they will go wide receiver with that pick. Depending on who falls to them, will Ted McMillan fall to him? Will Ibuka be there? Will Luther Burden III be there? Matthew Golden, wide receiver from Texas, be there at 16. All those guys are all first-round picks, in my opinion. I believe if Ibuka's there, I think the Cardinals should take him at 16, get him his buddy, paired up with Marvin Harrison Jr., who they drafted last year in the first round. I think that could be a good idea. Or if Luther Burden III is there, he is a burner. He would be a great deep threat for Kyler Murray to have, someone he can just launch the ball to, and him for just the run underneath it, just hit big plays with Luther Burden. I like that pick a lot. I also like Matthew Golden a lot from Texas if he falls to 16. All 3 of those guys will be very good options. If they decide not to go wide receiver, I could see them also going corner in this year's draft in the first round. Maybe they select the Will Johnson from Michigan. I think Barron from Texas is going to go higher than 16. I don't think he will fall to them at 16. So look for Will Johnson. Maybe even kind of reach for Trey Amos, maybe. I don't know, but I like the Will Johnson selection there as well. Look for the Cardinals to either go wide receiver or cornerback. My guess is that they go wide receiver. With that, that's going to wrap up this edition of 32 for 32 on the Arizona Cardinals. Let us know in the comments down below what you guys think they should do with this year's draft. Should they draft a wide receiver? Should they go corner? If they do go wide receiver, should they get Ibuka to pair up with his buddy Harrison Jr. from college? I think that would be kind of cool. Get both Ohio State wide receivers for them. So yeah, this is going to wrap up this edition for our 32 for 32. Thanks for watching, guys.